Welcome to another edition of A Game a Day by Zay. I'm Ask Isaiah Rose. This is NBA basketball presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. And as we get started, today's game will be the Atlanta Hawks coming in on the road against the Sacramento Kings. The Kings come in winning 3 of their last 4. The Hawks are 8-2 in their last 10, coming off of a tough loss against the Los Angeles Clippers, where they were about 22 in the third, 88-66. But as we start this game, the Hawks win the tip. Kevin Huerter knocks in the jumper. Buddy Hield comes back for the Kings and knocks in the 3 on the offensive glass for the Hawks on the next possession. Clint Capella gets the offensive rebound off a miss. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. The Hawks come in with a record of 22-21. They've worked their way up to the top 5 in the East, while Sacramento is 18-25, still trying to work their way into a play-in game potentially, as Clint Capella misses the first free throw. The turnaround for the Hawks really came from when, unfortunately, Lloyd Pierce had to be let go as head coach. The Hawks were really struggling, not living up to expectations, and Nate McMillan stepped in on the interim, and the Hawks had won 8 in a row prior to their loss to the Clippers. Nate McMillan obviously has a history with the Portland Trail Blazers, the Indiana Pacers, and Seattle Supersonics. So he's an experienced coach. All of his teams play hard and compete at a high level. So this young Hawks team obviously looking to get into the playoffs under the likes of transcendent shooter Trae Young. They're trying to get their first playoff appearance under his tutelage. So let's see how they're able to come out on the road against Sacramento, who has won 3 of the last 4, as I mentioned. A lot of that has to do with the insertion of Tyrese Halliburton at shooting guard. The rookie has been a standout from the beginning of the season, the top 3 candidate for Rookie of the Year behind Lonzo Ball and Anthony Edwards. So as I speak, De'Aaron Fox knocks in a 3. Fox coming off of a 30.6 rebound, 6 assist performance against Cleveland Cavaliers. Tony Snell, who's also inserted into the starting lineup for the Hawks, missed the 3 there. Snell, the consummate pro, very team first oriented, very concentrated on the defensive end. Not really the scorer, but he's the hustle player, does everything necessary for the team to win. We'll get the starting 5 to you in a second, as the dribble was deflected out of bounds by Kevin Huerter. So for the Hawks, Trae Young at point guard, Kevin Huerter at 2 guard, Clint Capella at center, Tony Snell and John Collins round out the center position. Tyrese Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Rashad Holmes, and Harrison Barnes are the starting 5 for the Kings. Now the Kings have had to adjust on the fly in terms of injuries because Marvin Bagley is out with a fractured hand. He's out for an extended period of time. So Rashad Holmes, obviously, he's been around the league for a long time, playing with the Sixers, playing with the Suns. On the Kings, still trying to come back from injury. He, in his previous game against Cleveland, 17 points, 16 rebounds. So the Kings trying to turn around this season, get to 500. If you go back to the 2019 season, the Kings were actually 40-42, showed a lot of potential, but they just couldn't sustain that momentum going into the next year. So now they're trying to rebuild once again. Right now the Kings up though, 8-3. 8-3. De'Aaron Fox is not down some threes. Buddy Hield does knock down threes. As we look at this last jump shot from Buddy Hield off the mid-range, going to his left. The next possession for the Hawks, Trae Young, obviously one of the premier young guards in this league, able to get inside, gets a layup driving. So Sacramento up by 3 with the basketball. Buddy Hield working the left wing, guarded by Tony Snell. Rashad Holmes with the floater, free throw line extended is good. Great setup there by Buddy Hield off the pick and roll. So 8:41 remaining in the first quarter. Trae Young thought about a logo extended 3 there. He works it around the perimeter. Tony Snell with the basketball. Looking to set up John Collins in the post, the mismatch over Buddy Hield. They are able to find Collins inside for the easy basket. De'Aaron Fox, floater, unable to get it to fall, rebounded by Clint Capella. So with 8 minutes left in the first quarter, back and forth we go. Trae Young thought about a three, goes in the paint to Capella. Capella is blocked by Rashad Holmes. As we look at this pick and roll setup for Holmes, great pass by Buddy Hield. And then we look at the defense by Holmes. Holmes always known for his hustle and just tenacity, especially on the boards. Playing Clint Capella at his apex, able to get that block. Buddy Hield from three, he misses his short, rebounded by Trae Young. Hield's numbers have slipped just a bit over the last couple of years. He's been relegated more to a bench player for the majority of the season, working his way back into the starting lineup. Capella gets a two-hand dunk inside. Harrison Barnes takes a three, misses it, rebounded by Snell. Trae Young thought about a three, closed out strong by Halliburton, but Trae Young finds Kevin Huerter, another great shooter with potential on this Hawks team. He knocks down a wing three. So far, Atlanta's 1 of 3 from three. Sacramento was 2 of 6 from three. And on the quick response, De'Aaron Fox drives to the rack, draws a foul on Clint Capella. Game tied at 12, 6:51 remaining in the first. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay. I'm Ask Isaiah. Isaiah wrote. This is a Ask Isaiah YouTube page presentation of NBA basketball. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back to a Game of Day by Zay. As the Kings and Hawks are tied at 12, De'Aaron Fox knocks in the free throw to complete an and-1, and the Hawks trail by 1. Quick response by John Collins to get a floater inside. 14-13, Hawks lead. De'Aaron Fox straightaway three. It's good. I mentioned De'Aaron Fox, one of the premier young guards as well. Unfortunately, being in Sacramento in the early stages of his career, they've struggled, so he hasn't necessarily gotten the just due as, let's say, Luka Doncic, who has the Mavericks in the playoffs last year and potentially this year. Even Ja Morant, who had Memphis in contention for the playoffs last year. You get more recognition when you win. De'Aaron's talent is second to none, but they haven't been able to win. Tonight, he's 3 of 4 from the floor, knocking down his shot, very efficient. He's coming off of a 30-point performance, as I mentioned, against Cleveland, 13 of 23 from the floor. Buddy Hield trying to get a shot off the left corner, unable to get it to fall, rebounded by Capella. Trae Young with the basketball. Thought about a shot, great closeout from De'Aaron. Huerter, big three-point shot, unable to get it to fall. Big miscommunication there on the Kings' part. That would have been a wide-open three had Huerter would have made that. Holmes gets it to De'Aaron. Game tied at 16. They're trying to find Barnes inside with the mismatch on Trae Young. Good double team from John Collins. And as he tried to kick it out to Halliburton, it'll be a turnover. Miscommunication there by Halliburton and Barnes. Halliburton, 28 points versus Cleveland, a career high. Career high for Halliburton. I mentioned him being in Rookie of the Year conversations. I mean, early in the year, he got a triple-double. He's been very steady for the Kings, whether it be coming off the bench or starting. Very consistent. He's not necessarily the best shooter, but he can knock it down. He just makes the right plays. Very adept to in-game situations. Trae Young, logo extended three-point shot, unable to get it to fall. De'Aaron Fox comes away with the rebound, tied at 16. Blinding speed from De'Aaron. He doesn't get the layup to fall, but he's fouled by John Collins. And as I mentioned with De'Aaron being really underrated so far at this stage in his career, he goes at every single point guard matchup there is. You can trace that back to the Alonzo Ball matchups against UCLA back when he was in college at Kentucky. He took on that challenge very, very early and attacked Lonzo in a way that many people felt exposed him in many ways. And to the Aaron's credit, he took that momentum and carried it all the way to obviously top tier lottery pick for the Kings. He's been a player that has obviously been in conversation as a top tier elite young guard, but he's trying to get to that all star or NBA level. And to do that, the Kings have to win on a consistent basis. Danilo Gallinari into the game for the first time. He's fouled under the rim, gets Holmes up in the air, pump fake, able to draw that foul. Gallinari this season averaging 13 points, shooting 42% in only 31 games this year. One of the things about Gallinari's career is as talented and as skilled as he is, specifically as a shooter, he has never been able to stay healthy. So the Hawks have been dealing with the injury bug all season. Many of their off-season acquisitions have been injured all year. You look at Gallinari, who I mentioned missed games. Rajon Rondo signed to a 2-year deal. He's missed a number of games. Bogdanovic, who actually came from the Kings, spent the early part of his career with the Kings. He missed a big portion of the season with a knee injury. So they're just trying to get their full rotation back, get their full weapons and personnel together. Bogdanovic into the game now, takes a fadeaway, and he's able to knock it down, cutting Sacramento's 4-point lead to 2, 21-19, 358 remaining in the first quarter. De'Aaron, free throw line extended jumper is good. Great intermediate game there. Got Bogdanovic off balance, able to pull up on a dime. Trae Young kicks out. Collins straightaway 3, no good. Rebounded by Hassan Whiteside. One thing the Hawks experienced against the Clippers, I mentioned them blowing a 22-point lead. Their 3-point shot eluded them late. They went 12 of 34 from 3 last night, and a lot of that came at the expense of the Clippers' second unit. Luke Kennard, Terrence Mann, Patrick Patterson, those players for the Clippers were really able to get the Clippers back into the game. The Hawks ended up losing by 9, 119-110. Kawhi Leonard hit some huge daggers down the stretch to seal the game, but it was the Clippers bench that really clamped down on the Hawks, especially at the latter part of that third quarter going into the fourth. On the attack is Harrison Barnes, able to draw the foul, go to the free throw line. He's fouled by Onyeka Okongwu. Okongwu gets his first action into the game. So far this season, Barnes averaging 16 points, 6.5 rebounds, 50% from the floor. Barnes, an NBA champion on the 2015 Golden State Warriors. He actually was on the 73-win team that got all the way to the finals and lost in 7 games to Cleveland after blowing a 3-1 lead. That second free throw is missed by Barnes. Sacramento up 5, 24-19 as we approach 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Looking for DeAndre Hunter in the post. It's stolen by Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph is getting his first appearance into the game. He's able to find a trailing Buddy Hield to knock down the left wing 3. Bill this season starting every game comparable to last year. We only started 44 of the Kings 72. He's working his way back in the good graces of the Kings fans. In the front office, he's had a turbulent relationship with the front office in regards to his contract, him wanting to start. A lot of different things have gone on during his tenure as a King. So now he's just trying to get back acclimated this season, starting every game again. He's just trying to work his way back to his 2019 form where he averaged over 20 points per game. Trae Young comes down, gets a mid-range jumper to fall, 6-point game, Kings lead by 6, 27-21. Mid-range floater by De'Aaron Fox is good. 8-point game, 29-21. Trae Young in response, trying to get inside, kicks it out to Hunter. De'Aaron Fox with 15 points already here in his first quarter. The rest of the team has 14. Look at this trailing three set up by Corey Joseph on the left wing. De'Aaron Fox knocks it down. And then we look at the floater by De'Aaron, able to split defenders, going to his right, shoots the floater going left. 152 remaining in the first. Kings lead 29-21. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay. I'm Ask Isaiah Rose. This is an NBA presentation presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Kings lead the Hawks here at home 29-21. I'm Ask Isaiah. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Bogdanovich left wing three. He's fouled. And we look at the points by month for Buddy Hield. This month in March, he's averaging just under 21 points per game. In February, averaging 15. In January, averaging 16. So to see him, pardon me, they say it's an illegal defense, so that free throw is made by Gallinari. To see Buddy Hield rounding into shape, becoming more aggressive and prolific, back to his 2019 form, which actually got him a 4-year extension, just under $94 million. So he needs to play to that level for them to get to that playoff potential. Not to say they'll be gangbusters, but they have to be able to get consistent play from him to complement De'Aaron Fox. And now that they have Halliburton, that three-guard lineup can present many mismatches for the league. Kings up for 29-25 as we get a travel from Hassan Whiteside. You get a three from DeAndre Hunter from the left corner, unable to knock it down. Rebounded by Whiteside. De'Aaron Fox guarded by Hunter. Hunter known for his defense. Corey Joseph with the jump shot. Rolls off the rim, rebounded by Hunter. Hunter attacking, blocked by Whiteside. Great defense there by Whiteside. Whiteside, when he's motivated, can be one of the best interior presence in the league. He's able to catch lobs, rim run really well. Obviously, with his wingspan and size, he can get blocks for days. But at times, he struggles with remaining motivated. Last year with Portland, obviously a contract gift for him. He played exceptionally well. Was able to work his way back to the Kings where his career initially started before working his way around the world playing basketball and getting reintroduced to the league on Miami. So to see him work his way back, his career coming full circle, he's coming off the bench, contributing good minutes, but the Kings just can't get consistent play. The Kings get a 24-second violation by De'Aaron Fox. Lost track of time there. 14.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Kings up 2, but they're a bit stagnant right now. Atlanta's on a run, 6-0 run with this final possession. 14.9 left. Rajon Rondo on the side, coaching. Huter looking to set up a shot. Look to kick it out to Gallinari, but it'll be stolen as the buzzer sounds. Sacramento up to 29-27 on the back of De'Aaron Fox, who put up 15 points there in that first quarter. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Ask Isaiah Rose. Stay tuned. Welcome back as we start this second quarter. Kings with the basketball, 29-27, leading Atlanta. The game is going back and forth. Big first quarter by De'Aaron Fox with 15 points. Buddy Hield has also contributed to a Kings team that was able to knock down some three-point shots to create separation. But Atlanta came on strong at the latter part of the first quarter, able to go on a 6-0 run to cut the deficit, an 8-point deficit to 6. To 2. Gallinari able to get a basket inside. Good defense there by Chemezi Mitu, but the basket is good by Gallinari. Halliburton looking to kick out to Hill. Hill kicks it back out to Halliburton. 6 on the shot clock, going left, working the mid-range. Kicks it back out to Mitu, unable to get it to fall. Rebounded by Corey Joseph. Halliburton going inside. Mitu kicks out, back to Mitu. In the post against Huter. Turnaround jumper off the back rim, able to fall in. In the post for DeAndre Hunter, working the left block, jab step, able to get it to fall. Good shot there by Hunter. Game tied at 31-31. Corey Joseph kicks it out. Left corner 3 for Hill. No good. Off the baseline, we got a foul. No, it'll be a turnover call, a travel, as DeAndre Hunter shoveled his feet. So another turnover for the Hawks. Both teams committed turnovers now. Kings with 5 turnovers, Hawks with 4. From the field, Atlanta's 13 of 26, 50%, while the Kings 11 of 23, 48%. Buddy Hill, left corner 3, thought about it, takes the mid-range shot, rolls off the front rim, offensive rebound for Hassan Whiteside, puts it in. So back and forth we go, Kings up 2. Kevin Huter unable to get the basket to fall, but a putback by Clint Capella ties the game at 33. Joseph going left towards the baseline, works his way back, free throw line extended, couldn't get the initial pass to Whiteside, and it would be another turnover for the Kings. Right now, turnovers doing them in. They aren't getting efficient offense right now, especially with De'Aaron Fox on the bench. Holmes comes back into the game for Whiteside. Whiteside provided good minutes, especially defensively. Got some strong rebounds as well. We approach 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Hunter working the left block, pulls up for the mid-range shot, back rim, misses it, rebounded by Corey Joseph. Joseph has worked his way around the league, especially with San Antonio and Toronto. Halliburton able to get the score, driving to the lane, finishes with the right hand on the right side. Kings up 2, 35-33. Bogdanovich has his dribble cut off and stolen by Halliburton. So Halliburton probing, gets into the paint, takes a floater. We got a foul at the free throw line. He wants the continuation. But great defense by Halliburton. Halliburton provides some strong minutes right now, especially trying to create more separation for the Kings. As Bogdanovich tried to work around a Capella screen, that steal by Halliburton came right over his back, able to steal it and get it out and run. Mid-range jumper for Halliburton on the next play is good. So Kings back up 4, 37-34. Halliburton meeting Huter at the top of the perimeter. Huter goes in the post to Gallinari. Great post moves. Not able to get the one-leg fadeaway to fall, but again, Capella is there in the paint, able to get that finish. Capella tonight, 9 points, 9 rebounds. Another turnover for the Kings. Bogdanovich thought about a 3, goes to Gallinari in the paint, and he will be fouled by Mitu. But again, Capella, known for his many years on the Houston Rockets, actually cashed in the offseason, got close to $100 million. Known for alley-oops, especially next to the likes of James Harden. That 2019 season didn't live up to the expectations that many had, considering the Rockets were one game away from the finals, up 3-2 with a Game 7 on their floor. In 2019, the injuries to Chris Paul and just the inconsistencies with the lineup really did the season, and it wasn't really the same momentum as the 2018 season. The Rockets decided to move on in 2020, going all in on the small ball philosophy that Daryl Morey really took to heart, especially with that Rockets team and Mike D'Antoni. Obviously, they did that to compensate and complement Russell Westbrook. It worked in the regular season, but in the playoffs really did them in. They could have used Capella. With that said, the Kings go back up by 3 as Me Too knocks in the 3. The Kings tonight, 6 of 12 from 3. Atlanta, only 2 of 8. On cue, they take another 3. Gallinari misses it from the left wing. Alley-oop set up from Halliburton to Me Too, and the Kings go up by 5. Seven minutes remaining in the second quarter. Hawks trail by 5. Me Too, 3 or 4 from the floor, 7 rebounds. Gallinari, right wing, extended 3, no good, rebounded by Holmes. Rashawn Holmes gets it to De'Aaron Fox. I mentioned De'Aaron Fox's first quarter, 15 points. Me Too got a left wing 3. They're unable to get it to fall. Trae Young gets the pass up ahead. Gallinari in the post, working on the left block. Jab step, pull-up jumper, good. Again, Gallinari, one of the most skilled players in the league. His height and range from 3 allow for him to have many mismatches when necessary. But again, his durability always been an issue. Rashawn Holmes, another free throw line extended floater. He's worked that into his game over the last couple of years. Kings up 5, 44-39. Trae Young trying to get inside, has his shot deflected. Great defense from Rashawn Holmes on the weak side. And you have Halliburton, guarded by Huter, kicks out to Holmes. Holmes on the right wing goes to Me Too. Me Too thought about a shot, goes for a pass to Harrison Barnes on the right block. Mid-range jumper, misses it off the back rim, rebounded by Gallinari. Hawks looking to push, trailing by 5. Trae Young's been relatively quiet. See if he can get it going for the Hawks. Tony Snell back into the game. Trae Young looking for John Collins in the post. He's guarded by Me Too. Collins able to get that basket off of the right block. Use the chicken wing to get some separation. Refs don't call it. 44-41. Kings lead. Back and forth we go. This is the Ask Isaiah YouTube page presentation of a game a day by Zay. The Kings lead the Hawks 44-41, 5:21 remaining in the first half. Stay tuned for more. We're back as the Kings able to get De'Aaron Fox off the dribble. Up fakes Tony Snell. Drive to the rim. He'll be going to the free throw line. Looking at De'Aaron tonight, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Very efficient, helping the Kings out to an early lead. Up by as many as 8 in that first quarter, but the turnovers have really allowed the Kings to get back into the game. Kings knocking down the 3 ball compared to the Hawks, who really struggled so far. 46-43 as De'Aaron makes both free throws. Trae Young looking to get Capella inside off a lob. Capella couldn't quite get to it, rebounded by Holmes. De'Aaron Fox straightaway 3 is good. So De'Aaron in a groove offensively, knocking down his shots. Everybody knows De'Aaron for his breakneck speed and his ability to penetrate. But the 3 ball is starting to come to him. He has a good flow on his shot. And I think for him, it's more about just getting in the rhythm in the game offensively. Then you can see him get in the zone. He'll knock it down. It's not like he's devoid of devoid of a jump shot. So we look at the step back. Tony Snell gave him the 3, so he took it. Take what the defense gives you. Kings up 6 with the basketball as Sacramento gets an offensive foul on Capella. So Rashawn Holmes drives to the rack, able to draw that foul. He draws a foul on Capella. So 4:05 remaining in the first half. Kings up 6, 49-43. Holmes so far tonight, 4 rebounds, 1 rebound, and 2 blocks. First free throw for Holmes is good. Second free throw for Holmes, good. So the Kings back up by 8, 51-43. As the clock didn't get started in time, so they have to readjust. Trae Young tonight, very, very quiet, unable to really get going. He's known for his shooting prowess, the range that he has, utilizing that to create the lanes and get his floater off as well. Has yet to get going, but with a shooting touch like that, he's never out of a game. Inside, Huda tried to get a floater, couldn't get to it, but Clint Capella's there for the offensive rebound. He draws a foul. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Free throw for Capella's good. You look at the Hawks. The Hawks actually have the second most second chance points in the league this year, averaging 15 second chance points per game. Capella averages 5 offensive rebounds per game. He leads the NBA in that category. So his impact on the glass is very tangible to the Hawks' success, especially over the last 10 games. We have a violation against Hassan Whiteside on that second free throw for Capella, so Capella will get another opportunity to get the free throw. He makes it. So 2 out of 3 at the free throw line for Capella, but he'll get credit for 2. 51-45, Kings lead the Hawks. 3:40 remaining in the first half. Almost a turnover there by the Kings. They retain possession. Jab step by Harrison Barnes working the left corner. Goes back up top to Buddy Hield. Hill guarded by Bogdanovich. Crossover dribble. Goes to Barnes. Barnes in the paint. Layup is good. So great cut there by Harrison Barnes off of Buddy Hield's motion. 8-point lead again for the Kings. And Trae Young doesn't get the floater to fall, but he's able to draw the foul. Trae Young yet to get to the free throw line, so this would be an opportunity to get him going. That foul was against Justin James. James hip to hip with Trae Young, but Young able to use James' momentum to stop on a dime and draw that foul. Trae Young tonight, 7 points, 4 assists, 3 of 8 from the floor. He makes both free throws. Fox directing from the right wing. They work it around to Hill on the left wing. Takes the screen from Whiteside. Hill kicks it out to De'Aaron. De'Aaron attacks Bogdanovich, able to go up on the right side and finish with his left hand. Takes the contact, finishes strong. 55-47. Trae Young takes the 3, misses it, rebounded by James. Buddy Hield looking for the mismatch with Harrison Barnes guarded by Trae Young. They go back out to De'Aaron. They work it into Barnes. Barnes invites the double team, kicks out to De'Aaron at the top of the key, guarded by Tony Snell. 5 on the shot clock. De'Aaron attacks, looking to kick out. They're working around the perimeter. Shot clock winding down. Harrison Barnes misses the 3 off the front rim. Bogdanovich has a 3-on-1. Bogdanovich takes it to the rack as he had John Collins ahead, but he was able to fly in and sky in for that layup. Bogdanovich 9 points tonight, 4 or 5 from the floor. On the backdoor cut, James tried to get an opportunity set up by De'Aaron. It's deflected out of bounds. So we got a timeout. We'll be back with more as the Kings lead by 6. 2:11 left in the first half, 55-49. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Ask Isaiah, Isaiah Rhodes. Stay tuned for more. And we're back. Again, the Hawks 8-1 in their last 9 games. Their offensive rating at 117.6. Their defensive rating is at 109.3. A lot of that defensive rating is traced to the insertion of Tony Snell into the lineup. Obviously, I mentioned Nate McMillan stepping in on an interim basis to salvage this season for the Hawks. They've been able to get great balance offensively outside of Trae Young and John Collins. They're getting healthier as well. I mentioned Bogdanovich coming back from injury, also Hunter coming back from injury. So as I say that, Bogdanovich finds John Collins flashing down the lane for a fast break slam. A good tomahawk there from Collins. So it's a 4-point game, 55-51. And on cue, De'Aaron Fox creates more separation with the free throw line extended jumper. So De'Aaron already with 24 points, 9 in this quarter. Trae Young, crossover dribble on Harrison Barnes. Good defense there. Forces Young to stop in his tracks. Young finds Hunter, who finds Capella for an easy 2-hand slam. 57-53, Kings lead. So we approach 1 minute remaining in the first half. De'Aaron Fox, mid-range jumper again, unable to get it to fall. Hassan Whiteside tried to get the tip in the fall, no good. Hawks get it to Hunter. Hunter to Collins. Collins over to Bogdanovich on the right wing. Able to get into the lane, left hand layup off the glass. He's fouled. He can't believe he missed that layup. But we look at this John Collins slam. Bogdanovich slows down right on the perimeter, able to work the left wing, gets it to Collins for the tomahawk slam, and then right back, De'Aaron Fox comes with the feathery touch on the mid-range jumper. Bogdanovich, one of the best free throw shooters over the last couple of years, knocks the free throw down. 3-point game, 57-54. This will probably be a game where whoever has the ball last will win. Under a minute remaining. No team can really create much separation. The largest lead in the first half. Kings were up by 8 on multiple occasions. 54.2 left. Sacramento up 2, 57-55. Harrison Barnes working the baseline, trying to get a shot off. Instead, kicks it off to Buddy Hield. Hield misses the 3 from the left corner. Rebounded by Hunter. 25 seconds left in the first half. Hawks down 2 with the basketball. Trae Young on the right wing, guarded by Harrison Barnes. Barnes has defended Trae Young relatively well here, especially in the latter parts of this second quarter. John Collins off the right corner misses the floater. He gets the offensive rebound, blocked by Hassan Whiteside. Trae Young gets the rebound. Alley-oop for John Collins, and the game will be tied at 57. Those reloads on the offensive glass always tend to hurt teams. 3 seconds left. De'Aaron gets it over to Buddy Hield. It's blocked by DeAndre Hunter, and we will go into the half. Despite an outstanding first half by De'Aaron Fox, his 7th game this season with a 20-point and a half, the Hawks remain close. Great interior presence from Capella. Great contributions from DeAndre Hunter as well, as the Kings couldn't create much separation that will prevent the Hawks from getting back to the game. We are tied at 57. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back as I have the scores around the league, and the top performers here in the first half. Hawks and Kings tied at 57. Stay tuned. Welcome back as we start the second half. Hawks and Kings tied at 57. Leading scorers for both sides starting at home with the Kings. You had De'Aaron Fox play spectacular in that first half, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Buddy Hield, second leading scorer with 11, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. They also got 7 points off the bench from Chimizi Mitu. But for the Hawks, the way they stayed into the game, 21 points off the bench, led by Bogdanovich's 11. Danilo Gallinari had 8. In the first half, Clint Capella, 13 points, 11 rebounds. The Hawks have dominated on the glass, which has allowed them to stay in the game despite De'Aaron's spectacular first half. So let's see how this second half starts. Kings with the basketball. 3-point shot for Halliburton. He misses it. Rebounded once again by Capella. Trae Young gets it ahead to Huter. Off the right block, Collins off the glass. His jumper doesn't fall. Rebounded by Harrison Barnes. Barnes on the left wing. Crossover on Tony Snell trying to finish under the rim. And we got a foul against Snell. So Barnes usually plays within the flow of a game. He doesn't really force it. That's never really been his forte. Player with a lot of skill, though. He can shoot. He has good size in terms of height and wingspan. He averages 16 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3.7 assists tonight. Just 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the floor. But he makes the first free throw, giving Sacramento their lead. Sacramento's largest lead tonight, 8 points on 2 different occasions. Each time, though, Atlanta's been able to work their way back in. I mentioned the glass, Capella getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and just opportunities off of Sacramento turnovers. Turnovers have haunted Sacramento every time. It looks like they're going to run away with it or put their clamps on the game. They can't do it because they turn over the ball. In response to Harrison Barnes' 2 free throws, Kevin Huter comes off the cut, gets a lay-in as he flashes down the lane, finishes on the right side with the right hand. Halliburton looking for Barnes inside, couldn't quite handle the pass. It'll be a turnover again for the Kings. So Hawks looking to take the lead. Trae Young with the floater free throw line extended is good. So Sacramento takes a 2-point lead. You can be sure Trae Young will look to put his imprint on the game, especially in response to De'Aaron's first half. Buddy Hield, jab step guarded by Tony Snell. Halliburton on the left wing thought about a pass to the corner for De'Aaron. Instead works his way to the free throw line, takes a fadeaway jumper, unable to get it to fall. Rashawn Holmes' free throw line extended floater is good once again. That's the 3rd one he's hit tonight. Game tied at 61. Huter, guarded by De'Aaron Fox, jab step on the left wing, working his way to the baseline, and we got an offensive foul on Huter as he dips the shoulder. Good way to move your feet there, De'Aaron. Able to stay with Huter. A lot of it had to do with the push-off. I mentioned the shoulder. He also extended the arm. So that's the 7th turnover for the Hawks. The 8th for the Kings also have 8 turnovers. De'Aaron in the post, guarded by Trae Young. Good defense by Trae Young. It doesn't matter as De'Aaron's still able to work his way back to that left hand and finish the layup inside. So we look at points off of turnovers. Sacramento has 15 points off of turnovers compared to just 8 for Atlanta. Missed shot for Kevin Huter, rebounded by Harrison Barnes. At the top of the key, stopped by John Collins. Rashawn Holmes takes another floater. Not quite from the free throw line. He shot it from the right block, unable to get that to fall. It rims out. So Sacramento up 2, but Atlanta looking to tie or take the lead. Deflection by Rashawn Holmes goes off of Capella's knee. It'll be a turnover by Atlanta. So we look at this post up by De'Aaron Fox, able to work his way by Young. Young did play solid defense there, and he led De'Aaron into the help of Capella, but De'Aaron just too good. Missed three by Buddy Hield off the front rim, offensive rebound by Harrison Barnes. He's able to finish. And we got a timeout by Atlanta as Sacramento leads by 4. 8:33 remaining in the third quarter, 65-61. This is the Game of Day by Zay. Stay tuned for more as this is the Ask Isaiah YouTube page presentation of NBA basketball. We're back as the Kings have opened up a 4-point lead. They've been able to get different opportunities off of Sacramento turnovers here in the third quarter to open up a 2-possession game. The Hawks have yet to be intimidated by Sacramento runs, though. And a lot of that has had to do with the work on the offensive glass. Trae Young misses a floater. Capella's there for the offensive putback. That's 15 second chance points for Atlanta compared to only 8 second chance points for the Kings. A 3-point shot for Harrison Barnes is no good. Rebounded once again by Clint Capella. He's running the lane. And Trae Young, straightaway three, unable to get it to fall. Rebounded by Harrison Barnes. 7:40 remaining in the third. 65-63, Kings lead Atlanta. Halliburton working the left wing. Cut off by John Collins. Works it back to the right wing. They go inside for Harrison Barnes with the mismatch with Trae Young. Good closeout defensively by Atlanta to protect Trae Young. De'Aaron Fox, mid-range jumper off the right block. It's good. So that's De'Aaron's first basket here in the second half. But he already known, that's his second basket. He has 28 points, 10 of 13 from the floor. Huter, straightaway three, good. So back and forth we go, 67-66. Look at the Hawks tonight, only 3 of 14 from three. I mentioned in their previous game against the Clippers, 12 of 34 from three. Halliburton looking to finish inside. He does. So it's a 3-point game. Sacramento and the Hawks going back and forth. Trae Young looking to cross over, gets a floater inside. Good. So Trae Young will look to get it. Will look to get it going here in the second half. De'Aaron has already been in the zone all night. Halliburton, step back three, knocks it down. So Halliburton is getting it going here in the second half. Kings open up a 4-point lead. Halliburton, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a couple of steals. Trae Young in response gets a layup. So 2-point game, 6 minutes left in the third. De'Aaron working the baseline, going left, finishes strong with that dominant hand. They can't stop him, so you just abuse him. Trae Young takes the screen from Capella, top of the key. Looking to get a floater inside, goes off the glass, misses it, but Capella's there for the putback. That's another second chance opportunity for Atlanta. De'Aaron working the left block. We get a great performance so far by Clint Capella, 17 points, 16 rebounds. That's a foul by Huter, who struggled all night to guard De'Aaron. We look at Halliburton get some baskets inside as well. Great scoop shot on that layup. And then we look at the step back three previously as Capella looked to close out, but it was just too late. So Buddy Hield into the game. Corey Joseph into the game. Buddy Hield with the basketball, looking to get it to Rashawn Holmes. And we got to travel as Buddy Hield looked to get it to Holmes, but Holmes was diving to the rim. Buddy Hield tried to get the basketball back, but that's the travel. You can't catch your own pass. So 74-72, Sacramento leads. Atlanta could either tie with the 2 or take a 3 in the lead. Trae Young misses the layup, but he'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Trae Young picking it up here in his third quarter as he splits the defense. Rashard Holmes was lining it up for a block. But again, when you're able to stop on a dime and use the defense's momentum against them, you pick up a lot of fouls. Trae did that just now. Able to get to the free throw line for 2. Already with 14 points, shooting just 6 of 16 from the floor. But maybe the free throw line will be able to get his rhythm going from a shooter perspective. He makes the first. It's a 1-point game. Hassan Whiteside comes into the game for Rashawn Holmes. Free throw by Trae is good. So game tied at 74. Holmes had to go to the bench. He has 4 fouls. We still have another quarter and a half to play. Under 5 minutes remaining. Kings with the basketball, game tied at 74. They've been riding the spectacular play of De'Aaron Fox. He draws and kicks to Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes able to kick it to Corey Joseph in the right corner, unable to knock it down. De'Aaron thought about a 3 as the Kings get an offensive rebound, but he drives instead and is fouled with just 6 on the shot clock. As we look at the replay, he drives and Bogdanovich wraps his arm around him. So Kings basketball, 14 on the clock. Buddy Hield catches the inbound right corner, takes the 3, makes the 3. It rolled around the rim, but is able to fall in. So Kings up 3, 77-74, 4:25 remaining in the third. Trae Young crossover dribble, working the left wing. Hesitation dribble, looking to get inside, has it stolen by Buddy Hield. Hield slows down on a fast break. He could have had an easy layup there. Instead tries to kick out, stolen by Bogdanovich. Kick out to Trae Young, right wing 3, unable to get it to fall. Rebound by Hassan Whiteside. So both teams dodging bullets there. Kings with the basketball up 3. De'Aaron Fox thought about a 3, goes to Hassan Whiteside. Floater for De'Aaron is good. So good give and go there from Whiteside to De'Aaron. Back to De'Aaron for another basket. Kings up 5. Again, trying to create separation, but every time they've done so, the Hawks have fought back. Off the right block, Hunter jab step, pull up, mid-range no good, rebounded by Whiteside. (79-75). We got a timeout by head coach Luke Walton just to settle things down for his team. This is a game of day by Isaiah. I'm asking Isaiah Rhodes. We are 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter as the Kings lead the Hawks, 79-75. Stay tuned for more. We're back as the Kings lead by 5, 79-74. De'Aaron Fox has been spectacular tonight, efficient on all levels, knocking down the three-point shot, getting in the lane for floaters, finishing with contact tonight already with 32 points, only three assists, but he hasn't had to set up others because he's putting the points on the board for the team. The Hawks have remained in this game off of the offensive glass. Clint Capella's been playing spectacular tonight, 17 points, 16 rebounds. But for the Hawks, they haven't gotten much contribution from Trae Young in terms of shooting. Only 6 of 17 from the floor, 0 of 5 from 3. Sacramento with the basketball, 3:15 remaining in the third quarter. 5 on the shot clock. De'Aaron has to get a shot up, takes a step back, fadeaway jumper, no good, rebounded by Hassan Whiteside. He kicks out to Halliburton. Halliburton misses his 3, rebounded by Bogdanovich. So the Hawks dodge a bullet there because the Halliburton 3 was wide open. A lot of times on the offensive glass, you get those reloads that have the defense scrambling, and you give up those open threes. But Sacramento trailing by 5. They get it to Bogdanovich for 3. He misses it off the back rim, rebounded once again by Hassan Whiteside. Whiteside has been a strong presence on the defensive glass and offensive glass for the Kings tonight. Good compliment for Rashawn Holmes. Inside, Whiteside gets a floater. You want to compliment the big man's effort. It rolls off the rim. DeAndre Hunter with the basketball working the left wing. Instead goes inside for the floater. Back rims it. Rebounded by Harrison Barnes. So we approach 2 minutes remaining in the third. Back and forth we go. Harrison Barnes probing. Gets it to Fox on the left wing. Whiteside. Dribble handoff with Halliburton at the top of the key. And we got a foul. That foul will go against Danilo Gallinari running through Whiteside's screen, looking to set up Halliburton on the move. So Kings clinging to that lead as De'Aaron Fox gets a short breather. 1:58 remaining in the third. Justin James comes into the game for Fox. James provided some quick minutes for the Kings early, in the mid part of the second quarter. Crossover dribble for James. He tries to get it to the paint. It's blocked by DeAndre Hunter. Hunter's defense has been spectacular all year. Prior to that knee injury he had, he was really in a groove and Atlanta was taking off. The possession for the Kings remains as Whiteside able to knock in a mid-range jumper from the left block to give the Kings a 7-point lead, 81-74. Huter, step back jumper from the right corner, no good, back rims it, fighting for that rebound. Kings come away with it. Halliburton thought about a three, goes to Harrison Barnes. Euro step by Barnes. He misses it, but he'll go to the free throw line for two as he was fouled. Barnes has been really, really active on the glass tonight. Not really scoring, but he's definitely giving good minutes playing his game. Again, the Kings up 7, so he's not going to push it. That foul was by Nathan Knight on that foul. This is Knight's first appearance in the game tonight. First free throw by Barnes is good. Second free throw is good. So, Kings up 9, the largest lead of the game, as we approach 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. This is a game of day by Isaiah. I'm asking Isaiah Rhodes. Hunter kicks out tonight. Left wing three, no good. Another rebound for Hassan Whiteside. Halliburton with the basketball. Under a minute remaining. Third quarter. Up 9. Kings have been in control for the majority of the game. Hawks have been reactive, but the game has remained close. Whiteside with the floater free throw line extended. It rolls around the rim and falls in. So now Sacramento up 11. 45.7 seconds left. Kings starting to create the type of separation that takes control of a game. 11 points in the NBA game is not a big deficit, but it's definitely starting to generate some momentum. Huter attacking, working the baseline, kicks it out. Hunter, left corner three, no good. Rebounded once again by Whiteside. Halliburton crosses the timeline. 13-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Justin James, right corner three, no good. Gallinari comes down with the rebound. So it's a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Bogdanovich on the left wing, guarded by Halliburton. This should be the last possession of the quarter. Let's see how the Hawks handle this. Hunter, again, that left corner, closed out by James. He falls off the dribble, and it will be Kings basketball. So the Hawks weren't even able to get a shot up there. Great closeout by Justin James. Hunter tried to drive baseline, then spin back right, and as he lost his balance, it was a turnover. So De'Aaron Fox comes into the game for this final possession, 5.5 seconds left. The Kings have to go full court. A player of De'Aaron's speed, 5 seconds is nothing. Let's see what happens. Full court extended. De'Aaron Fox, mid-range jumper, free throw line extended, back rim, no good. But Hawks trail by 11. Kings getting everything they want. Big defensive rebounds by Hassan Whiteside. Some jump shots and floaters to complement that. And we go into the fourth with the Kings looking to win their second in a row. So, and in their 4th and 5 games. So stay tuned for more. This is Isaiah Rhodes. Ask Isaiah. You will be catching another game of day by Isaiah tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But we'll be back with the 4th quarter as the Kings lead the Hawks 85-74. We're back as the Kings open up an 11-point lead. They're in that 3rd quarter. This is the 4th quarter. Kings outscored the Hawks 28-17. Big minutes from Hassan Whiteside as he came into in relief for Rashawn Holmes, who picked up his 4th foul. Whiteside provided great interior defense, strong rebounding, which allowed for the Kings to get out running, getting some easy opportunities. Obviously, when you think about what De'Aaron Fox has been doing all night from start to finish, his scoring cannot be understated. But I think the compliment off of the bench is what allowed the Kings to open up that separation. To start the 4th, you have Danilo Gallinari going to the free throw line for 2. He makes the first and makes the second. So it would be a 9-point game, 85-76. Corey Joseph working the right wing takes a screen from Mitu. Joseph over to Whiteside, floater by Whiteside. Whiteside's contribution cannot be understated. Tonight, he's just been dominating. He has 8 points now, 12 rebounds. And he's definitely influenced a lot of shots that he hasn't gotten credit for in terms of blocks as well. Right wing 3 for Gallinari, no good. Fighting for that rebound is Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton working the left sideline, works his way to the middle. Probing, and he's called for the carry. He got caught in between there. He wanted to give a pass going right, but then thought better of it and tried to turn left, but his hand got caught. So that'll be the 11th turnover for Sacramento. Sacramento and the Hawks have definitely slowed down on the turnovers going back to the first half. They were very, very efficient with the basketball there in that 3rd quarter. Gallinari looking to work in the post, kicks out to Bogdanovich on the right wing. He knocks it down. The Hawks needed that in the worst way. So it's an 8-point game, 87-79. Halliburton takes a screen from Mitu. We got a foul against Mitu on the moving screen. So these turnovers can haunt you. This is something that that the Kings had to experience on multiple occasions in that first half. They would get up by 8 and let the Kings back in with turnovers. So you got to be careful that the same things aren't repeating themselves. They had a strong 3rd quarter. Let's see, can they hold on for this win, or will the Hawks come back? Trae Young, floater, able to draw the foul off the dribble. Mitu, caught for the foul again. So Trae Young, nearly automatic from the free throw line. Really, that's really the only place where he's been comfortable. Tonight, the Kings have defended him really, really well. They put different bodies on him, threw different coverages at him. Harrison Barnes has been really, really well on him defensively. Has done really, really well on Trae defensively. He makes the first free throw. Young right now, 17 points, only 6 assists and 3 rebounds. Not shooting the best from the floor, 6 of 17, all 5 from 3. But we still have a 4th quarter to play, so let's see if he picks it up. Young makes the free throw, so we're in a 2-possession game. Kings lead by 6, 87-81. Halliburton at the top of the key, gets it to Mitu. Behind the back dribble, going to Whiteside in the post against Capella. Kicks out to Mitu. 5 on the clock. Halliburton with the basketball. He has to get a shot up. They go to Buddy Hield. Hield trying to pass it, has it stolen, and he, realizing he committed the turnover, fouls Bogdanovich. So again, these turnovers coming back to haunt the Kings at the worst time. You need to execute, especially in the 4th. You can't waste possessions. Even if you're up, momentum can shift like that in the NBA game. So Gallinari off the right block, takes the one-leg fadeaway. He makes it. So we look at what the Hawks have done. They cut an 11-point deficit down to 4. Head coach Luke Walton doesn't like what he's seeing. Turnovers by the Kings are allowing the Hawks back in. We'll be back with more as the Kings lead 87-83, 9:43 remaining in the fourth. We're back as the Hawks try to make a run against the Kings. Kings came into the fourth up 11. The Hawks have responded, cutting that 11-point deficit to 4. Out of the timeout, though, Halliburton sets up Rashawn Holmes for a slam, giving the Kings a 6-point lead, 89-83. Nine minutes left in the fourth. Gallinari trying to drive, and we got a offensive foul called against Gallinari. So, De'Aaron Fox back into the game tonight, 32 points. He slowed down here in the second half, but let's see what he does in the fourth. 12 of 17 from the floor. Halliburton has his dribble stolen by Bogdanovich, but Rashawn Holmes comes down on a chase down and blocks Bogdanovich's layup, but the basket is made by Atlanta on the putback. So 89-85, Capella blocks Halliburton inside. So 89-85, 8:36 remaining in the fourth. Corey Joseph looking to score. He draws a foul. Great effort from both sides as Bogdanovich steals Halliburton's crossover dribble. He tried to finish. Rashawn Holmes is there for the block, but Capella is there to protect Bogdanovich and get the putback. So 89-85, Corey Joseph will be going to the free throw line for 2. Joseph makes the first. 5-point game. I mentioned Joseph's experience throughout his career, playing in his early stages of his career with San Antonio before going to San Antonio and working his way around the league. He's on the Kings, very solid backup, steady, could run an offense, could make a shot here and there. Trae Young with the floater, looks to set up Capella. That's one of those James Harden floater passes. They'll give Trae the assist there, but it could easily have been a floater. Corey Joseph takes a dribble handoff, probing in the paint, guarded by Trae Young, kicks out to Holmes. Holmes has hit the free throw line extended floater all night, and he continues to do so. Holmes, great offensive game tonight, playing within the boundaries of his game. 12 points, 5 of 9 from the floor, 5 rebounds. Great deflection from Corey Joseph, but they call a foul. That was a great back tip there by Corey Joseph on the wraparound, but they call a foul. Corey Joseph can't believe it. It definitely stopped the momentum of an easy opportunity at the rim. So 7:48 remaining. Kings up 6, but the Hawks will not let them breathe. The Kings are not out of the water yet. They have to continue to execute, especially with 7:48 remaining. De'Aaron Fox with the basketball. Step back jumper over Bogdanovich, rolls off the rim. He's been hitting that step back fadeaway all night. 7:31 remaining. Hawks trying to get things going. Trae Young gets a floater, free throw line extended. So 4-point game, 93-89. Let's see if Trae can get it going in the last 7 minutes here. De'Aaron in and out dribble, trying to get inside. Kicks it back out to Holmes. Holmes takes a 3, his first 3 of the night. He misses it off the back rim. I'm not sure Coach Luke Walton wanted to see that. Trae Young up to 20 points now, 7 minutes left. Looking to take a screen from Collins. Throws up another floater. He knocks it down. So we're back to a 4-point game. Pardon me, a 2-point game now, 93-91, 6:53 left in the fourth. Set up for Holmes. Holmes wasn't ready for that pick and roll. Rolls off his foot. Trae Young with the steal. Trying to get inside. He's fouled by Corey Joseph. So this is where Trae Young is starting to put his imprint on the game at just the right time for the Hawks. He's starting to pick it up by probing that interior, getting in the paint, working his floaters, putting defense in the compromising position. You don't know whether it's going to be a pass or a lob, so you have to play him for both, and that allows him to use that to his advantage. 6:40 remaining. Hawks down 2. Trae Young is in the zone. 6 of 8 from the floor are the Hawks here in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich for 3. He knocks it down off a step back. Big 3 for Atlanta. Atlanta has exploded here in the fourth. They've come back from an 11-point deficit to lead by 1. 6:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Atlanta already 2 of 3 from the three-point line here in the fourth. Buddy Hield tried to respond with a 3 of his own. He misses it short, rebounded by John Collins. Corey Joseph guarding Trae Young. Trae takes a screen, takes a big 3. He misses it off the back rim. That was a momentum killer right there. Nevertheless, De'Aaron Fox looking to respond. He's going baseline, going left, cut off by DeAndre Hunter. Hunter's played great defense despite De'Aaron putting up great offensive numbers. He's putting up a strong defensive game in his own right. De'Aaron responds to that by driving to the rack. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Once you let De'Aaron get back to his dominant hand, that left hand, he's very hard to stop. Tonight, De'Aaron, 12 of 18 from the floor, 32 points. 24 of those came in the first half. He's 5 of 5 at the free throw line. So very efficient tonight. First free throw for De'Aaron is good. Game tied at 94. For the majority of this game, the Kings have been in control. They've played from ahead. And you look at how De'Aaron has played for this season, averaging 6.7 points in the fourth, leading the Kings in that category. But when you look at how the Kings have performed this season, a lot of games that they've had in control, they've lost in this fashion. You're up by 11. You're turning over the basketball, letting teams get back into a rhythm. Now, with the final 5 minutes, everything that you've built is null and void now because you have a tied game or you have a seesaw battle. And instead of winning comfortably, you're losing games that you were ahead for the majority of the game by 3 or 4. Those are the games that haunt you the most because you know you've had control. But again, with 5:39 remaining, anything can happen. The game is tied. It's a whole new ball game. Essentially, you're both at 0. Who can outscore and get the defensive stops when they matter most? So it's a timeout. We'll stay here as it's only a 30-second timeout. The one thing I'll say about Nate McMillan, he brings a calming effect over teams. This is a young Atlanta team, as I mentioned earlier in the game. They had a lot of expectations coming into this season. Obviously, with Trae Young and his trajectory and building towards an outstanding all-star level career, you want to build around him. John Collins is an exceptional big man. Many teams want him in trade talks, so he's definitely a coveted asset potentially for certain teams. But when you look at that foundation, you got Kevin Huerter, you got DeAndre Hunter now, you got Cam Reddish, who's yet to really blossom into what many people believe he has the potential to be. He's dealing with injuries this season, but his potential, along with the players that I mentioned, and then the veteran assets that were acquired in the offseason, like Danilo Gallinari, Rajon Rondo, Clint Capella coming into the season last year off a trade. These are players that are supposed to complement the young core, and they weren't living up to expectation under head coach Lloyd Pierce. Nate McMillan in the interim has stepped in, as I mentioned, that calming effect that he has. He has the experience of coaching multiple teams. All of his teams have always been competitive despite their personnel. All of his teams have a consistent defensive identity. All of his teams play hard for him. Those are the things that establish a winning culture. And I think the Hawks want to have that experience for their young core, especially Trae Young and Collins, together. If they pull out this game, this would be their ninth win in 10 games. So could they get it done? We will see. As we look at De'Aaron Fox's career high. Against the Pelicans on January 17th, he had 43 points with 17 of 27 from the floor. Tonight, he has 33 points. He was definitely on pace to reach that 43. He slowed down here in the second half, but it's still 5 minutes to play. So let's see if he can get it going to get this game in the bag for the Kings, or will the Hawks come on the road and steal it. Out of that timeout, a fadeaway jumper from Gallinari off the left block is not good. So, De'Aaron Fox directing. Gets it over to Buddy Hield, who gets it to Harrison Barnes. 7 on the shot clock. Halliburton with the basketball. 5 seconds left on the clock. Can he get a shot up? He does get a shot up. He makes the shot. He makes the shot, but we got a no. Okay, the shot is good, and it'll be a foul. So, and one opportunity for Halliburton. That was a delayed call, but Huter coming over the screen hits Halliburton with 1.6 on the shot clock, and Halliburton makes the free throw, giving Sacramento a 2-possession lead at just the right time. This is what we call crunch time, with a game within 5 points or less with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter overtime. The next possession for the Hawks, they turn over the basketball as Trae Young looked to kick out to Bogdanovich on the left block, on the left wing, but there was miscommunication on that turnover. So Kings get the basketball, 4:40 left, up 4. Halliburton just knocked in a 4-point play to give the Kings a 2-possession lead. Halliburton kicks it over to Barnes in the left corner. He goes to De'Aaron at the top of the key. De'Aaron, with 2 on the shot clock, gets the floater to fall. Free throw line extended with a fadeaway. So one leg fadeaway, knocks it down, 6-point game. Big 2-possession rally here for the Kings to take control. In response, Trae Young finds Clint Capella under the basket for a 2-hand slam. So still a lot of game left, 4 minutes left. Kings, Hawks, 100-96. De'Aaron, guarded by Kevin Huter. Over to Rashad Holmes. Buddy Hield with the basketball. Walton calls a timeout, up 4, trying to draw up something to make sure he settles his team down and get an efficient possession. 100-96, Kings lead the Hawks. We'll be back with more. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. This is the Game of the Day by Isaiah. Stay tuned for more. We are back as the difference in the game right now is 4 points. That can be traced back to a 4-point play by Tyrese Halliburton with 1.6 left on the shot clock. Kevin Huter fighting over a screen caught Halliburton on the left elbow. He knocks in the 3 and the free throws to open up a 4-point lead, 98-94. Since then, both teams have gotten a basket. 100-96, 3:41 remaining. Kings with the basketball, 21 on the shot clock. So head coach Luke Warren called that timeout, trying to settle his team down, get something efficient. And pardon me, that was a Nate McMillan timeout. So Hawks had the basketball. It'll be 100-96, 3:33 remaining. 3:33 remaining. We got a foul on Harrison Barnes. And Capella will be going to the free throw line for 2. Capella's been outstanding tonight, especially on the offensive glass, getting the Hawks those extra possessions when they matter most. He knocks in the free throw, so we have a 1-possession game again, 100-97. Capella already tonight with 17 rebounds, 24 points, 17 rebounds, 10 of 12 from the floor. That second free throw, no good. So Sacramento up by 3. De'Aaron Fox with the basketball, 33 points tonight. He's come up huge for Sacramento. Halliburton with the basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Back to Buddy Hield. Hield step back 3. He misses it off the left wing. Hawks Get it to Trae Young. Trae Young at the rim with the left hand, able to finish the lay-in. So we're back to a 1-point game now. Now 100-99. De'Aaron Fox with the basketball. Trae Young has gotten his scoring up. He has 24 points, 8 here in the fourth quarter. Halliburton guarded by Trae Young. Halliburton fadeaway jumper. Good. Huge shot there for the rookie. So 102-99, 2:35 remaining in the fourth. Back and forth we go. Halliburton, 15.7 assists, 6 of 12 from the floor. Trae Young responds with the floater of his own over Halliburton. So 102-101, back and forth we go. Sacramento's clinging to a 1-point lead. Can they continue to score to maintain that separation? They go to De'Aaron. He drives baseline. Going left, he draws a foul on Hunter. We look at this Halliburton fadeaway on Trae Young. The Kings have looked to exploit Trae Young in defensive matchups all night, but Trae is not shying away. He responds in his own right with the floater over Halliburton. The first free throw for De'Aaron Fox is good. De'Aaron tonight's been magnificent from start to finish. 24 points in the first half, 12 here in the second half, but still efficient with 36 points. That second free throw was good, so up to 13 points in the second half. 13 of 20 from the floor, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. And another foul on Clint Capella. So this is the hacker Capella. Capella tonight, as I mentioned, very, very dominant. He's been able to get to the free. He's been able to dominate on the glass. 24 points for the Hawks, 17 rebounds. He misses the first free throw. So if you're the Kings, it already works in your favor with that missed free throw. The second one is good. So 1 of 2 for Capella, still a 1-possession game. We approach 2 minutes remaining. So this is the last stretch before the Kings cannot hack a Capella under 2 minutes left in the fourth. Harrison Barnes looking to attack John Collins. He can't finish, but the putback is there for Richaun Holmes. Holmes has also played really, really well, especially in complimenting and getting a compliment from Hassan Whiteside. So the Kings big men have responded to Clint Capella's outstanding performance with a 2-man game. 106-102 Hawks with possession. Bogdanovich with the jumper, no good. Fighting for that rebound is Capella. He couldn't save it. John Collins tried to save it, but it's to no avail. The Kings with the possession on a fast break. Buddy Hield was there trying to get the outlet from Halliburton. He couldn't come down with it. So possession will go back to the Hawks. 106-102 with 1:31 left. Capella comes in. Capella goes to the bench for Danilo Gallinari. Again, can't speak about Capella enough tonight. Putting up spectacular numbers when it's mattered most. Tonight, 25 points, 17 rebounds. Trae Young kicks it over to Gallinari. Straight away, 3 at the top of the key for Bogdanovich is good. Good ball movement there as Trae Young was able to penetrate, kick out to Gallinari. Gallinari found the open man at the top of the key for a wide open 3. So we're back to a 1-point game, 106-105. 1:16 remaining here in the fourth. Kings ahead. Tyrese Halliburton has come up huge for the Kings. The rookie playing well under pressure. Thought about a 3, goes to Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes attack, gets the Euro step to Richaun Holmes. Holmes for another floater off the left block. He knocks it in. So we have a 3-point game. Under a minute remaining. Trae Young takes a 3 from the logo, makes the 3 from the logo. Tie game, 108. Trae Young is turned up here in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter with 11 points. Now with 27 for Trae. Game tied at 108. The Hawks will not go away. Fourth quarter's, 4 3-pointers made for the Hawks here in the fourth. And Tyrese Halliburton drives to the rack, draws a foul. Way to play under pressure. 36 seconds left in the fourth. We look at this three from Bogdanovich. As I mentioned, Trae Young drove to the paint, kicked out to Gallinari, found Bogdanovich on the next Hawks possession of a logo extended three-point shot for Trae Young. With no hesitation, he tied the game at 108. Halliburton responds, driving to the rack, draws the foul. He makes the first. So he has 16.4 rebounds, 7 assists. Kings up 1. Clint Capella comes back into the game for Gallinari with 36 seconds left. Second free throw for Halliburton is good. So a 2-point game. Sacramento leads Atlanta. Timeout called by Coach McMillan as he tries to draw up something to get a clean shot, an efficient shot. Obviously, it's a 12-second differential between shot clock and game clock. So even if you do miss a shot, you still have an opportunity to play the foul game. But you never know how this game could turn out. Trae Young's turned up huge here in the second half. Young already tonight. I said 27. He has 29 points. 29 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds. Coming up huge here in this fourth quarter. He's been probing the defense, getting into the lane, getting his floaters to fall. Once he saw the ball go in the basket enough time, 3-point started to fall. So that logo extended 3-point shot, showcasing the range under pressure, and it just defies normal convention. Back in the day, going into the 90s, you had specialists that knocked down the 3, but they didn't have this type of range. With the likes of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard, and others, now you're seeing players coming in from the next generation who already have that type of range implemented in their game. It's like second nature. A player like Trae Young, obviously of diminutive size and stature, is not afraid to utilize his shooting prowess to make up for anything that he doesn't do in the paint. And at the same time, he's able to be real economical about when he drives in the paint, because you have to play him for his range. You have to extend a lot further. He can blow past you and get those floaters to fall or set up alley-oops. On this possession for Atlanta, Trae Young gets a floater. He misses it, rebounded by Harrison Barnes. And there is a differential between shot clock and game clock. If you're Atlanta, you live with that shot by Trae Young. I mentioned his ability to shoot the 3. You have to extend up on him, and he drives past you for the floater. That's exactly what happened. He just missed it short. De'Aaron Fox thought about a 3. He goes to Buddy Hield. Hield takes the shot. He misses it. Going for the rebound is De'Aaron, and we have a rebound by Atlanta. So it'll be Atlanta's basketball. 6.2 left, 110-108 as they show the replay of the Trae Young floater that missed. He blew past De'Aaron, right to left crossover. He missed it just short. Kings got their opportunity with a Buddy Hield mid-range shot. It just didn't hit the rim. So 6.2 left. Hawks basketball down 2. Let's see what they're able to draw up. One thing we can say though, especially here in the second half, is Bogdanovich has been a great compliment to Trae Young as a shooter and playmaker. Obviously, Trae has picked it up, and he's going to get the highlight baskets, especially with the floaters and 3s. But Bogdanovich has provided 20 points off the bench, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block. From 3 tonight, 4 of 7 from 3, 7 of 12 from the field. So don't be surprised if Trae uses his aggressiveness and draws defenders to find Bogdanovich wide open. Let's see what lineup is on the floor as well. Obviously tonight, Clint Capella has been great on the offensive glass. For this final possession, though, we'll have Bogdanovich, Gallinari, Trae Young, John Collins, and Tony Snell. Tony Snell actually has a game-winning 3 on his resume this season. So Hawks inbound into the backcourt. Trae Young drove in, looked to get a layup, but De'Aaron comes skying down the lane for a deflection to save that layup. So 1.3 left, baseline, out of bounds, inbound will go to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich inbounds to Gallinari. Gallinari gets the three up. He misses it off the back rim. So Sacramento will survive 110 to 108. They win their fourth game in 5 opportunities. The Hawks lose 2 in a row after winning 8 in a row. It was a competitive game all night. Great performances by De'Aaron Fox from start to finish. Trae Young responded there in that second half to make it a lot closer. You got great contributions, as I mentioned, from Bogdanovich. You also had spectacular performances from the likes of Clint Capella all night. But again, that game-saving deflection by De'Aaron took time off that clock. With 1.3 left, Bogdanovich had to go to Gallinari, who hadn't had the best game tonight, and he wasn't able to knock it down. Great performance by De'Aaron. As I mentioned, he performed well all night, 24 points in that first half. He ends the game with a spectacular 37 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Tyrese Halliburton should get some pub as well, hitting a huge 4-point play late in the fourth to give the Kings a 4-point lead at 98 to 94. That really gave them some separation at the latter part of that fourth quarter, just for a bit. Obviously, the Hawks fought back, but that 4-point play came at the right time as the Hawks were trying to steal the game. Halliburton ended with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. Also tonight, Hassan Whiteside has to get some recognition as well. 8 points, 12 rebounds. He definitely came in and supported Richaun Holmes, who was dealing with some foul trouble at the midpoint of that third quarter. Holmes tonight, 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. He had a number of floaters early in the first half that really got his rhythm going, and those floaters came up huge in the second half as well. So that is the game, 110 to 108. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Tomorrow we will have another game. I'm not quite sure what it'll be yet, but make sure you stay tuned to find out. Thank you guys for watching. Leave comments, subscribe, and we'll be back going live tomorrow. So, again, Kings defeat Atlanta 110 to 108 behind 37 points from De'Aaron Fox. Thanks for watching. Peace.